Hi. So here I am in the south of France, in Nice, just over the border from Monaco, where I'm going to the Monaco Grand Prix. Just loving this balcony that we've got. So I'm sharing with a friend, and we're literally, as you can see, overlooking the sea and the promenade. And it's yeah, really lovely here. Really enjoying it. Who thought I'd be back here? I was here in August, but we didn't have a. We were in a motorhome in August. We didn't really get too much sun because it was too hot to be out. Whereas up here we've got a shade, and yeah, it's just really lovely. On the flight path, you can see the plane just going over there. Another private plane. A lot of them flying in for the Monaco Grand Prix. So we've seen so many private jets and all the like yachts going across as well, so you can see it across the horizon and try and watch out for those. So yeah, really enjoying it. So I thought I'd just give you a bit of a background and the really amazing story of how I got invited to come to the Monaco Grand Prix. So basically, it's been on my bucket list for a long, long time. We've Peter and I have been lucky enough to go to Monaco twice. The first time we qualified for a trip, a free trip, all expenses paid, five-star luxury trip, quite a few years ago with our previous company. We had an amazing time, and we always said we'd love to come back for the Monaco Grand Prix. I mean, even way before that, I wanted to come to the Grand Prix. We did actually walk the track when we were here, where we were in Monaco for our free trip. We walked around the whole track and really enjoyed that. Last year, decided to, when we stayed in Nice and I came over for an event to attend, I said we were here for my birthday, and I said one thing I'd like to do for my birthday, I don't want any presents, I'd like to go to Monaco for the day, because I just love going there. It's got such a buzz about the place, and yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know, there's just something about the place that I really like. So we went over on the train for the day and walked down to the harbour and found a nice restaurant for lunch. We thought we'll treat ourselves to a nice lunch overlooking the harbour and the main road. The tables were very close together, and I stood, so Peter and I were at one table, and at the next table there was a lady with two of her friends. I got up to go and take some photos of the harbour, and I think there was also an unusual, like a historic car. I think it had been like refurbished and so on, and Peter was looking at that, and we were talking about the Grand Prix. I'm not quite sure how it all came about, but as I sat down, I think I knocked this lady's arm or shoulder or something by mistake, because the tables are really close together. So obviously, as I apologised, we got into a little bit of a conversation, and then I said, was she on holiday or something like that? And she said she lived in Monaco, and I said, oh wow, how amazing to be living there. And so she's lived there with her family for a long time, since she was a child. Her dad came out from the UK, and they stayed ever since. So we got talking about Monaco Grand Prix, and I think they were sort of getting ready to finish their meal. And you can just see another plane coming in over there. Where is it? Over there. We were chatting about the Grand Prix, and she mentioned that she organised, and it turned out it was like friends to attend the Monaco Grand Prix. They organised like a group to go to a restaurant on the Razkaz corner. And I said, oh wow, how amazing. I guess it's just VIPs who get to go, that kind of thing. And she said yes. And I assumed that she did it for her job. So I assumed it was that was her job. And she, set it all up for her work. And obviously, just VIPs got to go to to watch the race from this restaurant. Anyway, we exchanged details, and shared WhatsApp numbers. And then later on, she messaged me to tell me the details about it, and invited me if I would like to go. So I said yes, of course. And then obviously I asked Peter what he thought, and I think there's a lot of walking involved, I think, to get down to the track. As we'd experienced when we went over that day, there was quite a lot of walking involved. And I think Peter decided to stay home, and obviously I'm thankful because it means he's looking after Ronnie. So I asked my friend Barbara Melville, who is a very keen Formula One fan and a very keen Lewis fan, if she wanted to come with me. And so, there's I've got someone to come with. I don't know anybody else at all. And she said yes. Anyway, it turns out that it is like a VIP thing, but it's invited guests to go to this restaurant at the Razkaz Corner, and you get wined and dined all day, as much as you like, and then you get to watch the race. And I think you actually can go out right in front of the track at Razkaz Corner. So obviously we haven't done it yet, so we're going to the race to see. So we agreed to do it, and that's why we've rented this apartment for the week, and then planning to go over Saturday and Sunday. So, and obviously we're exploring a little bit, watching the practice on a tablet rather than going over today, because today's Friday, so it's Friday practice. And then last night, Victoria kindly agreed, well, she offered to meet us in a pub in Old Nice to give us our tickets, which are actually wristbands. So we met her and had a lovely evening chatting everything Formula One, Monaco, etc., etc. We had a really, really lovely time, and she's so nice, such a lovely person, and I just can't believe that she was kind enough to invite me to attend with all her other long-term friends and friends of the family who've come from around the world to go to the race. So that's the story of how I got invited, and I just feel very, very lucky, privileged, honoured to have been invited to join them, because then I found out that it is just friends. It's not her job. It wasn't her job to organise it. It's literally her and her dad. They take over part of the restaurant, and then organise the tickets to the Grand Prix, and etc., etc. So yeah, so really, really happy to be invited, yes, I thought I'd just let you know that's how it all worked out. There goes another plane going over. Really enjoying watching them. I think that's Norwegian. So watching them on the tracker as well, and all the private jets. So there's been a lot of private jets coming in, and I'll be able to have a look on the tracker to see where they're coming from. They can't see who's on them, but it's good fun to see where they've come from. And then there's helicopters going back and forth to Monaco. So a lot of people take helicopters flying in to save all the travelling. So that's my story. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts. Bye.